So one of the things people don't really realize about our profession is that it's actually a pretty dangerous profession, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of people hear about judges on the news being threatened or even murdered, but actually, also, us attorneys also get threatened.
And especially family law attorneys, because we're dealing with people's kids, their money. Most people are in a really bad place because they're getting divorced or just, their life is in shambles. So immediately, the other side, right? We have our client and the opposing side, like they hate us. Like they really, really hate us. I mean, unless you've ever made friends with any of them.
No, I agree. And the scary part is it's not even just opposing party. It could be even our clients. It could be family members. That's the crazy thing that a lot of people don't know that. It's not just, oh, the other side didn't like you. One time we got a bad review from opposing party. I think it goes beyond that.
It definitely goes beyond that. I know, in my experience, at least, I've had people threaten me basically like with my life, calling me names. People have called and been like, you took my child, like, get the F and B on the phone, and they start going off on you. It definitely, gets scary. I know that, and that at our firm we take a lot of precautions just to stay safe.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the most, I remember, scary experiences, I was probably about 6 or 7 months pregnant, and I was in the department waiting for my case to be called on, and opposing party came, started yelling at me. He lost custody of his child at that time, and of course, blamed me and said, well, I hope they rip your baby out of you, and I hope it gets taken to Mexico. And it was just something where I'm like, I don't want to hear that, and I'm pregnant. It's
right.
So, and he was, unfortunately, I believe he did have a lot of issues, but
obviously,
yeah.
Normal people don't necessarily do that, but not in all fairness to these people at all. But it's, they're going through a very traumatic, very difficult time, and people are getting their kids taken away. A lot of people don't realize, they're people, for example, people who commit abuse. A lot of them don't even acknowledge the fact that they're abusive. And so they think that we're doing something that's just absolutely horrible. We're taking their kids away. We're, dramatically changing their lives. And they're like, I didn't do anything. And it's like, yeah, you did. Like you beat your children or you beat your wife. Like you are going to get your children taken away. But they have no self-acknowledgement. And they're just like, F you, like you took my kid away. And it's like, now I have to watch my back, you have to watch your back, and as law firm owners, we have to watch all of our attorneys' backs to ensure that everybody is just safe because the threats are real. And it's not just people saying, I'm going to do something, people actually take steps to try to hurt you. And I know for me, I always wonder, when I'm out and about, I have a lot of enemies out there. A lot of people hate me. A lot of people hate you too.
Oh no, I've thought about that. And I've even told before, I remember my mom one time, so we actually share the same name. And what I'm assuming what happened is the other side probably searched up my name to search if I own any properties. And my mom actually got a letter. And she asked me about it, and I told her, I'm like, just ignore it. I didn't want to scare her, so I didn't tell her anything. I was like, oh, it's nothing, don't worry about it. But I was a little scared why are you, because what if they go to my mom's house or something? And that's the scary part.
Yeah, people look up our addresses, people try to look us up. So it's we have to take so many precautions. In our office, we have cameras, we have security in place for things. But, one of it's not a funny story, but, it's kind of funny, is that I know, at one point we represented the wife of a doctor, and he worked at a local hospital, and he had a really good position, and he was a little off and kind of threatening, and he hated me so much. And I remember telling my family and friends, if anything ever happens to me, and I'm around this, whatever city that he worked at, I'm like, do not take me to that hospital. Do not take me to that hospital because if there's something they can do to save my life.
He would let you die.
He'll let me die. So I'm like, I don't want to go there. And I know the same thing happens to you. For example, if you ever cross to Mexico,
Oh yes, because we've
you
taken.
told me that.
Yes, we've taken cases where there's disputes where the other side does live in Mexico or have family in Mexico.
Or the border patrols I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. There's
there's so many
of
scenarios.
things, but yes, there's border patrol. I remember my client's husband was border patrol, and he pretty much said, "Don't ever cross." Because he probably would send me, and it's not even just a secondary, but who knows? You never know what happens. And I know we laugh about it because I believe we have to take some type of, it can't always be serious. It's
Like it is serious.
It is.
But like, you have to kind of take it a little bit lightly. Otherwise, you're just going to like, be like this everywhere you go. You're just like scared and you can't even live your life. But so I get what you mean by
Correct,
that.
yeah. And unfortunately, we don't get the same protections as judges where they can keep their addresses confidential. We don't. And I remember even in law school, I had this judge that he said he was like, this being especially a family law attorney, you are dealing exactly what you said with families, what they call breaking up families. You get that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Or even disgruntled
you
clients.
broke my family
yeah.
up. I'm like, I didn't break your family up. Like I didn't go to your house. I didn't do these things. Like your family got broken. Like
it's not us.
It's not me. Like I'm just here to provide a service. But they blame the attorney.
They have to blame someone. Exactly. Like you said, they do not take any responsibility. And it's not just what I said, it's not, unfortunately, not just the opposing party, but it could even be our own clients where you didn't get me what I wanted, or sadly, but sometimes it is even where at the end of the day, they don't want to pay their bill. So they come up with something. And then unfortunately, people will even say, well, I'm going to sue you and I'm going to sue everyone. There was this one case where he sued us, the judge, opposing party.
Oh yeah.
He even fired us, got a different attorney, sued them as well. So
like
he was just suing
everybody,
every single
person that touched his case. He was like, I am suing you. And there are people out there, so it's like it's just insane. Like, and I think this is something that isn't really talked about. Like nobody's like, oh, you're an attorney. Like, oh, it's so glamorous, and you guys are like, wearing sparkles and like, or whatever. You guys get to do all this fun stuff, or like you get to go in court, and it's like it is. There is obviously a lot of love to the profession, but it's like people don't understand. Like this is a dangerous job, and we have to consistently watch our backs because we've taken thousands and thousands of cases. I mean, thousands of cases. So that means every case has somebody on the other side. So all those people, like 90% of them, do not like us because we feel like it's like you're on the other side. These people are battling. So it's like you're
against me.
So we literally have like thousands and thousands of enemies, and it's like, and those people have like family, like the mom or their grandma or whoever who also hate you. So like you're walking around Costco and you're just like you don't know who knows you and like who hates you from like if there's anybody there. Obviously you're not walking around like scared all the time, but you do have to be aware.
Oh, absolutely. You have to be cautious.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we've taken precautions as well, like you said, here at the office, which is good. But even going to court, and it can even be something simple as despite you see opposing party, they're aggressive, they're yelling at you, your demeanor. Stay very calm. I'm not going to get in a screaming match with the other side, or even with my client or their family members. They can yell at me. Luckily, there's bailiffs, there's security cameras at court, and I've even had I've had bailiff walk us.
Bailiffs are like the sheriffs that are like in the courtroom that protect the judge and the people there. So basically, like they've seen situations. I know with you multiple times, and they're like, Miss Encina is like, we'll walk you to your car, we'll walk you to your office and stuff like that, and it's just like, yes, please.
Yeah. Which I appreciate it.
Yeah. So these are the things, and so. What do you do to, I know we're talking about it and it seems kind of like it's like a little bit light, but it's, obviously it's not. But what do you do to like just continue living at peace knowing that there's, all these potential threats out there?
So for me, I know it sounds weird, but I also try not to think about it because if I live in fear, I'm never going to live like that.
Right.
And it could be just, any type of fear. But especially with this, I am cautious. Like I do take, safety precautions. Luckily, we do here at work, but I also do at my house. I know we protect ourselves and our employees too. If there's anything, we do have someone that will accompany us to
Security.
court. We have some type of security. Even when I'm out, I know sometimes with friends and families, everyone's like you said, oh, you're an attorney. Tell me about a case or something. I try not even to talk about it because you never know who is around you or who's talking.
Yeah.
So,
just like,
yep, rather not say anything, just keep it very light. And I think that's the best, that's what I do, and to protect me as well as my family. What about you?
I like try to keep stress levels down as much as I can. Obviously, there's always stress in this job, but whether it's like working out and just making sure like everything else in my life is kind of a little bit more at peace, like my health and exercising and just all that stuff. And I feel like that kind of, it's like a distraction also. Obviously, like you said, taking precautions at home and here and all that stuff, but just really being aware, but not being in fear. And, just, I don't know, mentally knowing that it's just part of the job. And, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like you just learn to kind of live with it. And I guess it's kind of like any police officers or any other job that's dangerous. Not that we're like police officers, but you know what I mean. So I guess those are some of the dangers of being an attorney. Things people don't really take into consideration, but us as attorneys, we live with it every single day of our lives, at work and outside of work.
Correct, yeah. And it's just something we stay safe, we have to stay safe, but at the end of the day, I do love what I do, and I will continue doing it, so it's worth it for me.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
So stay safe.
Yeah.